Hospital Envy, my GH after show. Sorry that I sound so ridiculously manly today. I've actually been recovering from a cold all week because on Canada Day, I watched the fireworks on a rooftop while it was raining with no jacket on. Canada, eh? So I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, even though there's actually really a lot to talk about. First of all, Michael and Nell announced their engagement to their entire family, and the family is super excited about it. Nell just had to go and run and tell Carly about it. I'm not exactly sure how she got into Ferncliff so easily, considering Sonny had to use his resources to get in. Details. Anyway, what I loved about those scenes is that Nell tried to push every single possible button she could against Carly, and Carly did not budge. I am so proud of Carly. Thankfully, Sonny was there to see Nell there, and he threw her ass out. Now, clearly Nell needs to be taken down by any means necessary, and Chase has a plan to do that and bring her down for good. He is actually working with Michael, and his plan is to fake Michael's death. What could possibly go wrong? You know, since Michael literally has to keep it a secret from everybody, which is you know, fine, because none of them want to kill Nell at all. Whether Nell figures out that there's a plan going on or not, there's just going to be a disaster. A complete disaster. I am not going to be able to watch without, you know, peeking through my hands. And while Sonny, he's got his own problems to sort out right now. It turns out that Mike hid the body from all those years ago underneath Julian Jerome's bar. It's a good thing that Julian has now suddenly decided to expand his bar. How convenient. Sonny is pissed. Oh, by the way, something crazy happened this week. You see, months ago, Cameron went upstairs as a 10-year-old child, and this week he came down probably 16 or 17 years old, looking like an exact replica of his father Xander. And you can already tell he's going to be a rebellious little punk. And he's going to be stirring up some trouble for Jocelyn and Oscar. Anyway, as you guys know, Elizabeth's friend Terry came to town. She is transgendered, and Franco finally got to meet her and was very happy about it, not surprising at all. I'm actually really intrigued to see where they go with her character because she's already transitioned into her gender. And so there's not much story to tell, and that honestly could be a good thing. We already know that she's a doctor, which is great because we know that she'll obviously be working for General Hospital soon, but I think it would just be really great to just have her be a doctor without bringing the fact that she's transgendered into it. Just a doctor that happens to be transgender. We already know her backstory, and of course they can one day bring her brother in and have that story told, but it doesn't need to at the moment, I don't think anyway. Let's briefly talk about Brad and Lucas because they asked Sam to be the godmother of their baby, and I'm so happy as long as they don't ruin this for me by having something disastrous happening to their child. I'm still convinced that the baby mom is Nell. I'm so worried right now. At least we got to see a little bit of happiness with Sam, Jason, and Danny. They watched the fireworks on the 4th of July. A cute little moment for the J-Sam family, which is good for Sam because the next day she had to deal with the fact that she and Drew are officially divorced, which is literally their first scene in ages. Kelly and Billy played those scenes very well. I thought it was great acting, and I believe it. I feel like Kelly and Billy are a little bit sad that their scenes are coming to an end. I don't know if they really have anything romantic going on behind the scenes, but at the very least, you knew they were close. They clearly loved working together. Let's briefly talk about Kiki because I'm super disappointed in her right now. Like, I know that she's wanting to keep her and Griffin's one-night stand a secret, but it's definitely going to come back and bite her in the ass. Didn't help that Scotty overheard Griffin and Kiki's conversation and knows that they had a one-night stand, and he seems to be going to tell Ava the truth. I mean, it's soap opera, so maybe something will interrupt him, but it's going to happen eventually regardless. Also, it's kind of cool that this story is actually getting some waves in the Washington Post. Way to go, GH, for getting mainstream media attention in a good way. Oh, I have to give a shout out to Magic Milo, who had some really awesome scenes with Sonny this week. Just the one scene of the fact that apparently Milo's mother also had Alzheimer's and he let Sonny know about it. Milo told Sonny the story about what happened to his mom and how she passed away of Alzheimer's and how hard it was to deal with, and it was really well acted scenes. I mean, we've never ever got to see him play emotional stuff at all in this show. I am proud of you, dude. Finally, we have to talk about it. Colonel Sanders made an appearance on GH. Yeah, that Colonel Sanders. Played by George Hamilton. Now listen, I even said that we were in for some cheesy scenes, but I had no idea they were going to have this awful story showing up at Maxie's house and hiding the secret recipe in a box in her house. It made no sense whatsoever. I'm going to hide my secret recipe in the house of a woman who works for a magazine whose best friend works for a newspaper. Like, how did this seem like a good idea to him? I would have much rather just have him show up at like Charlie's pub and talk to Sunny and Jason about chicken. Or, you know, because Michael and Nell's wedding is supposed to be super quick and easy, maybe they just have KFC for dinner. That would have been fine. Let us not speak of this ever again. Alright, before I let you guys go, obviously I was supposed to do my GH Top 10 Dante moments on Monday like I said I was going to on my last video. However, like I said, I caught a cold and I had no voice. My voice is slowly coming back, so I'm hoping maybe by Wednesday I'll actually work on it and get it out by Friday. That's what I'm aiming for anyway. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about GH this week in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. I do these videos every Sunday, and I will catch you guys next time.